Tyre Nichols' death is putting the spotlight back on police training.
Let's bring in Fort Bend County Sheriff Eric Fagan now to talk more about that. Sheriff, thanks so much for your time this morning. The officers, seem to be aggressive from the jump. They gave 71 commands in 13 minutes. What did you notice before the beating ever occurred in the second stop?
In that action, I thought it was a felony stop, and my first thing that came to my mind was, why wasn't there a supervisor there? There should have been a supervisor there at that scene to calm people down and to de-escalate the situation. There was no need for that type of violence or that type of action to be taking place on a simple traffic stop.
Let's talk about how your department handles things versus the one that we are witnessing here. Obviously, you said a supervisor needs to be there. Is that something that you would have had happened? Because you just can't help but wonder how officers are trained to handle stops like this in the first place.
Yes, the officers go through training through the academy, and once they get out the academy, they train with an officer, a FTO, a field training officer as well. But not only that, even after they get off that training, they work along with other veteran officers. But even more importantly, on a felony stop, a supervisor is always dispatched to that scene, to any scene where a felony stop is going to occur.
We had a former HPD officer on yesterday who said this wouldn't have happened if he had just complied from the get-go. Have you seen any evidence in the videos that you've reviewed of this incident that he failed to comply?
From my perspective, he was trying to comply. They were being, and from the footage that I saw, they were being aggressive from the very get. He didn't even understand why he was being stopped. There was so many people giving commands at one time, he didn't know who to listen to. It was too many commands being shouted out at one time.
And the thing that confused me so much in all of it is just, again, being a bystander and watching it all unfold, is I never felt like those officers were on the line. It never felt like they could be put in harm's way, which might make an officer fight more aggressively if they feared for their lives. Did you feel that as well?
I didn't see any reason for them to fear for their lives. One thing that I saw that I didn't understand with the train, they sprayed pepper spray with all the officers around. The most harm that came to those officers came from another officer who sprayed that pepper spray.
And it also didn't look like they had their handcuffs ready to even put him in handcuffs, which could have, I suppose, helped the situation. And we're still waiting to see if there's evidence of the reckless driving. In the first place, the mayor says they have not been able to substantiate that. Let me ask you about how your department handles body cam footage. When it comes to checks and balances, do you have someone who regularly reviews body cam footage, or would you wait for a complaint before you would go and check it?
Body cams here at Fort Bend County are used anytime there's interaction with the public. They are told by policy to turn on their body cams with a traffic stop or any interaction, law enforcement interaction with the public. So that means we have hundreds of thousands of body cam footage. So we review any footage that's anytime any use of force is being used. We do that, or we also look at them if there's a complaint that is filed. We pull those footage. But anytime force is being used, we review those body cam footage.
In the past few years, it seems like we've seen some problems with police recruitment efforts. Are you concerned that another high-profile event like this may cause problems in the future as far as getting recruitments?
Yes, it could, but I would like to see it to do something different. Look, I grew up in the 60s, born in the 60s, and during that time, law enforcement and the public didn't really mesh that well. I looked at it as, if I wanted to have a change, I had to be a part of that change. So I hope individuals look at this and say, if they need to have a change, be a part of that change by joining us. Look, I know you hear it all the time that people always want to say there's more good officers than there are bad officers. And that's true, I believe that. But on that scene, every one of those officers who didn't act or who did act wrongfully or criminally, the other officers who stood there and did nothing, they are just as culpable. So we need individuals who would say, if I was there, I would have said something. If I were there, I would have tried to stop it. So if you want to be a part of that change, join us in law enforcement. We need good men and women to join law enforcement so we can help stop these situations from happening.
That's so true. Sheriff Eric Fagan from Fort Bend County, thank you so much for your time this morning. We hope you'll come back and talk to us again soon.
Thank you.